Hey, Skeela. Skeela's gonna get a mini Pedi today.
Skeela's getting a mani Pedi, y'all.
So I use these little shears. They're actually, you'll find them in the hardware department or the garden. They're little shears. They got a little switch. They're really great. They're very sharp. They got a very good feel. So what you want to do is just get one hoof and bring it up like that. Yeah. So do you see the stuff that's curling over?
Yeah.
That all is, see, first you get all this stuff out of the in between, and it's just like our nails. It doesn't hurt them or anything. So you want to trim off all that excess.
Get all that cheese out from under.
Yeah, actually it does kind of smell like toe fungus.
Dang,
a little,
girl.
but anyway. So you see, I trimmed that up level. Ooh, what's that? The other thing you're looking for is like, why does she have a little hole there? But so you can trim this back stuff too. And actually, you can trim all this stuff too. Trim it back a little. So here, I'm gonna do this side now.
And so why do they need their nails clipped?
So in the wild, you know, these guys would have been from like West Africa or so, or I'm sorry, East Africa.
Yeah.
And like, so they climb around enough rocks and stuff that it naturally would.
Ah, okay.
Like sand it.
Yeah, those are rock climbing shoes.
Right, but here in Texas, you know, they don't get enough. Well, unless they were like Enchanted Rock area, right? If they're Enchanted Rock, if you have these goats in Enchanted Rock, they probably naturally do it. But you have to keep it down, because if not, it actually grows under, and it can become really unhealthy. And then once it grows under, you can get stuff trapped under there. They can actually get maggots and stuff. It can be pretty nasty if you don't keep up with them. I've only read about that. I've been so good about keeping up with mine. I've never seen a real, thank God, issue with it. But it's tricky because you got to do every single goat like every month. So
every month.
That's I mean, she's still got gaga here, but you see how it's nice and trim. That's a healthy looking hoof. And look at it from the side, how it looks like a nice shape. And do you see how her foot profile? They're not splitting out. That looks good.
Yeah.
I don't want her foot in my coffee. And then, so when you do the back ones, kind of a trick to get one leg. Now I'm a little tall right now, but usually you can use your own. I'm a little too short, I should say. You can use you see what I'm saying, to keep her from pulling on you. So clean it all out. Clean all that stuff out so you can see what you're doing. You want to see what you're doing. You don't want to cut it too close. Okay. But at the same time, you want to be right where it is, you know, kind of like that. It's a little bit of goat maintenance you just have to keep up with once a month or so. Oh, see, I didn't really grab her. You get it. She's messing with me. She doesn't want it done.
She's not hungry anymore. That's the problem.
That's the problem. I waited too long. I put molasses in there, but they already ate the molasses. So the molasses is they love it, but also at the same time it is anti-worm. It helps with keeping the worms down.
Yeah.
Actually, these girls just had worms, and I put them through a worm treatment of all. I like to use all organic. Basically, it's just spices. I mean, it's like cinnamon, ginger.
Makes their blood taste bad.
It actually smells like you're cooking or something. I don't think it tastes bad. I mean, yeah, it's not what they would normally eat, so it's a little pungent maybe. So I always put a little molasses on it, and yeah, it's just inevitable. If you're gonna have goats out in the in the woods, you're gonna get worms.
Part of the package.
Now, with that herbal dewormer, you can actually do preventative. I had actually run out of the stuff, and in that time, without doing the preventative I usually did, they got worms. It's just that happens that quick.
Oh.
It's not an end of the world thing. Like I said, these girls had worms. I started giving them that organic dewormer, and that's the last stuff I got. Man, it worked in a week. They're nice. Already, and what you can tell is their poop is. Usually they poop in pellets. If their poop's ever clumpy, that's not a good sign. That usually means they have worms. So then you give them the treatment. And yeah, let me do this other foot. I still have her tied up from milking, but let's get her. So the other thing is, that's why you never want your goats to eat on the ground. I mean, of course my goats forage, but you don't want their feed on the ground. You want to make sure it's raised, because that's actually how they get worms, by eating on the ground.
Great.
So I'm gonna try to do this.
All right. So next up in the process, we're gonna put sparkle polish
That's right.
Sparkle polish. We're gonna do a double
Can you
coat
get the
today.
kit and have her pick out which one she wants?
We're gonna do okay. I'll get the kit. All right, signing out. Bye, y'all.